Hello again, and welcome back to another tutorial. This is about an old Schneider-Kreuznach Super Angulon, aperture 8 and 90mm. It has a very sticky self-timer in the Synchro Compur shutter. So let's take a closer look at this and clean it. So it's really analog. Yeah. So we begin to just take off the lens, the front lens. Looks okay. I will just put it on a safer place, this rubber gasket, so I know where the lens is gone and safe. Put away, and now we will put these shutter on something, well, doesn't matter what exposure, but the point is the shutter itself works pretty good, even on 1 second. Oh, some dust. No, put it on 1 second there. Yeah, fine. But if I put it on V, I will set the self-timer. So, and if you hopefully can listen to the amount of not really perfect working. Nah, it's really stuck. But if I push on the little arm here, it can probably get some movement. Not really that good. Yeah, it's not good, but we'll take a closer look into this little shutter. There is a lock screw here on the better take off the back lens so nothing get destroyed glass. And I can just use my rubber tool, to maybe the big one, to put the lens on so it's safe in place. Now, and I think we go a little closer, just a little, yeah. Oops, hope someone can see what's going on. Now, maybe like this too harsh. Well, okay. There's a little screw here, which is tiny, and that we need to take that out. It's a 1.2mm screwdriver, flathead. So it's tiny, so take care of where you put it. And then this retaining ring that holds the plate and the exposure ring will come off easy. There maybe is a tool for this task, but well, I've never seen it. but this works also fine. It pops off. Now there's another plate here that we need to take off. It's kind of a cover for that holds the things in place. The hole here is for that little pin. It's a kind of a lock pin. Now take off the exposure ring. There are two notches. There's one here. There's one here. Goes into here. And the other one. Oh, there's only one. In this shutter. No, there are two. The other is for the click pin, kind of. So let's jump inside. The thin plate, which is the kind of a programmed ring that gives the different types of exposure time. So take that away, and then we go much closer. You see, the self timer is placed over here, and before I actually take it out, I'll just do some small marks where things sit before I take it out. See the cocking gear, which is here, this little fellow, need to sit correct, and the ring itself also sit correct. So just to be sure for you, I put a mark here, so I know exactly where it sits before one take it apart. So yeah, we just take it, lift it up gently, and there's a long spring over here. Oh yeah, we have to take off this little piece of metal with a hairspring on. It's attached to one end here, and it's attached to the pin under. So the hairspring will go like, see here, it's going against this point, and then when we turn it around, the other end of the spring, which you can see here, is going against this pin here. This pin. This is the axle where the pin, the axle goes through, and this is the pin where the spring rests on. Put it aside, and then we can take off the cocking ring. The long spring is attached to this. Okay, or frame. Sorry, the spring here, which is a cocking spring, is attached to the pin here. So and then the self timer itself which we need to take out. You see, when we cut the self-timer, it will be something like that. When I push the green button, it will set it to on, and it will go again all the way here and activate the shutter. Now it will just stay on X as it does here normally, so the resting position is something like that at the moment. But to get it easier to get it on and off, I will just put it over there. So the self-timer is put in with one screw only. This is here. This is 2mm. Sorry, off frame. This is a 2mm screwdriver. That we just need to unscrew gently. Pretty long screw. And then it should be possible to take off the self-timer. Lift it up gently. It comes out in one single piece. So here we are. This is how it looks without the self-timer. So it feels very sticky and not really much happen when I move it. So it needs some bath, a drink, and the fluid I use for this cleaning process is isopropylalcohol 99%. So I just put it in. And let it stay there for some one could actually just take it up and give it some movement, which will loosen up the old gunk. When I move this arm, it will free up the gear. So to cut this gear, I will push this arm away, and then move the gear wheel here on top with a gently press until it stops. And just let it free running. Looks like it feels okay. Wow, it goes okay, so that's good. So when it goes all the way back, you need to do some tension before you put it back in, and of course we need to lube it. So this little kind of clockwork is actually working very fine. And you just get rid of the rest of the isopropylalcohol. You could just use a blower. So this is that. And then we need some lube. I use some very thin oil for modeling building. I mean, small trains and small gears, and it's the same here. It's a small gear, so just a few drops of this very thin oil, and only on the axle end. So and let's just make some movement, so all the oil can come into where it actually works. Wow, just like new. I think it will work pretty good. They used to do that. Fantastic clockwork. Okay, that's enough. For this time. Just wipe the rest of the oil away, and then put it back in the shutter again. And that should be that. Here we are. So there it is. We need to do some adjustment here. But let's just get it in. I mean, gently screw it in so I have so. Now we know where it should sit, and gently make some movement. We need to take it out again because you have to so. Better do so. And there we are, actually. Yeah. I think it's there. Yeah. But this arm have to go all the way over there. I mean, this arm here have to go all the way over here before it can be put in correct. This screw, the end of this screw, oh, the end of this screw has to go in here, the seat here. So we have to catch that. No, sorry, you have to go over here. So the screw end, the screw head here goes in here. So it will be like something like that, and this arm goes here. Yeah, I think we are almost there. And then the long screw has to be put back in. So here we are. So it should be possible to do some kind of movement here. And the shutter clicks here, goes all the way over, and yeah. So let's put things back in again. Remember the little hairspring here goes something like that, and this spring here will go against the pin. Press it down a little and then move the go on. If one need a thin tweezer and then put it back in. We are. Tiny, isn't it? Yes, of course it is. Then the cocking ring with its wrong thing. I should have put on the cocking ring before I put on this. Oh gosh. Well, that's the way we learn, doing our things wrong. But then we do it again. So the cocking ring spring will go against this. Come on. Hey. And then at the same time, when you press on one side, you can just pop in the cocking ring and let it stay in the exact same place. And I have my reference mark here, so there shouldn't be any problem. But this one goes on the pin again, and the little hairspring. So here we are. This goes there, I hold it, and then it should click into place. And then we are there, almost. Now, then it should be possible to put the program plate or whatever it calls on here, and just let it forth and back, and then cut the shutter. On something B or 1 second, just to see if it works. Yeah. Click, here we are, and we just do it again. So cock the shutter, set it on to self-timer, and hit the shutter button. The self-timer runs smoothly, and hit the shutter. So, wow, we are back again, back on track. so this old fellow can come out and take some photos. So that's it, actually. Just screw it, so I'm sure it sits, yeah, there. And the exposure ring will be put on, so, and the little hole here goes over the locking pin here, and then the retaining ring and don't tighten the retaining ring too much, because then the exposure ring will be too tight. So one need to go a little back to find another hole where it is more loose, just like there. It should have a good click when move the ring, not too tight but not too loose. So we give it another go, maybe here. I think it will be better. Yeah. So that's it, and then the lock screw for the retaining ring. Well, could it just be there? Bloody screw. Okay, here we are. So, this nice old fellow, set it to something 115 or 130 or so, and let it just get up and run. Cock the shutter, the self timer, and let's see if something happened. Click. Yes, it works proper. Then put it back in the lens. Back lens group. And here we are back again. So this old fellow can come up and run. So that's it. Bye bye.